Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8, and yes, we've already taken the Sonic Syndrome test. That's another video. I've actually done several videos of me doing various tests on other websites. And also have done video games like The Test, like a dozen or so of those on Steam games. But I figured I'd hop back to this site. I just clicked on the Sonic Syndrome thing to bring back here. I suppose I could click on this stuff or this. Random. IDRlabs.com, Individual Differences Research. Take one of our free personality tests, many of which are based on peer-reviewed scientific research, and all of which are crafted by experts in psychometrics. So, I have no idea what we're doing here. We'll do more of this if you guys are interested. Also, if you want to see me do more videos about my community post stuff, let me know. And of course I want to finish Higurashi, but like I said, I have no idea if I have ADHD or autism or any of that sort of stuff, but I know just about every time I took any of those tests on that stuff, at least according to the internet, I'm extremely autistic and ADHD and have perfect scores in depression. So, yeah. Well, oh god, that's kind of jarring. OBS Chan, you still okay? Yes. Let's scroll, okay. Okay, OBS works with that. Okay, so we have a random test, pony test. The My Little Pony test is oh my god, I just saw how, I mean, you guys can't see it on the right hand side of, but it's such a tiny little bar over here. It means there's, like, is this just a list of all the tests? Oh god. It's so many. The pony test. The My Little Pony is just for fun. Isn't that all of these? Determine. Is there going to be like a muffin button test? Let me know if you know what, the reference is. Determine which character in My Little Pony universe you most closely resemble. Murderer test. Research University of Chicago. So the individuals can identify murderers with better than average accuracy. Can you spot the murderer? What? Mental age test. Popular mental age continues with this recent addition to the toolkit of mental age tests. Alignment test. Discover your true D&D moral alignment. With this test, blending fantasy archetypes with research-backed insights into your values, behavior, and worldview. Autism test. Well, I don't want to take forever on this, so we'll probably take the autism test. I was about to say we're gonna skip everything reading, but let's just read all this stuff. But we'll probably take the autism test here. I assume somebody at some point will probably watch this, and they'll put a timestamp in a comment somewhere of whenever we start that test. Also, if you are watching this video, let me know if any of these tests seem more interesting. I mean, maybe the ADHD one might be a good idea for me to take that. So, base research autism spectrum disorders, autism spectrum inventory, measures whether you exhibit autistic traits. I don't know. Offhand, guys, do I sound autistic? Do I sound like I have ADHD? Do I sound like I have depression or something else? Possibly borderline personality disorder or something? I don't know. Migration is one of the most discussed and debated issues in contemporary politics. Are you pro or anti-migration? Ikigai test. Discover what truly drives you at the fuck. Assemble a powerful tool to uncover your unique path to purpose, passion, and fulfillment. Care Bear test. Which of the 7 Care Bears? Yellow J test? Yellow Jack? I don't even know what that is. Zoomer, are you terminally online, fluent in meme speak, and spiritually powered by TikTok chaos? Take the Super Zoomer test to find out. I've never used TikTok, and I don't have access to TikTok apps or anything, but I've seen a lot of YouTube videos of people like reacting to TikTok stuff. Minerva test, based on the work of sociologist Henrik Dahl. The Minerva model test will gauge which value-driven lifestyle segment you belong in. Courage test. Okay. Approach life. Alderian. Another autism test. Why do we have more autism tests? There was already an autism test. Why do we need a second autism test? The Autism Women Girls test. Adapt. What? So, what? So why do we have general autism and then we have autism for women? Like, I mean, I'll probably take both. Why not have more autism tests? But like, welcome to the video of Lunar taking 73 autism tests. Adapt Simon Research, University of Cambridge, 2001, Autism Women. So, okay, a confusion, but okay, whatever. Orientation based on the work of psychologists. Sexual orientation test determine your sexual orientation according to the non-binary approach to human sexuality. Okay, antagonism test. What, is that just like an angry brain? Like, is this supposed to be a brain with like lightning bolts, but it's red? Based on research at the University of Georgia, the difficult person test measures whether you are easy or hard to get along with. I've actually been criticized as, being a bit too, mellow of a temperament. DSM style test. I forget what this is. I know it's one of the Greek letters, but I can't remember which one. Everyone's like, that's not a Greek letter. Like, okay, I'm remembering it wrong. And I'm out of breath. Tired. Everyone's like, yeah, you're up like 4 hours past your bedtime. I'm like, yes, I've been awake for a while. And I'm maybe a little bit caffeine deprived. But on the plus side, I don't have to work for a few days or so. So, it doesn't matter when I go to bed. Everyone's like, you should get proper sleep, Lunar. I'm like, I will, I just didn't feel like going to bed yet. Personality styles represent more fluid and dynamic aspects of personality than the static traits measured by most tests. The static test will give you your personality style. I know my personality type, like those 16 types that are, I'm an INFJ, which is like, I guess, Shinji Ikari. IQ test. Speedrun IQ test was compiled by independent researchers with the aim of mimicking pre-employment assessment tools. The Pooh test, based on the work of professors Dr. Sarah E. Shea and Kevin Gordon. The Pooh pathology test will match your personality with one of the Winnie the Pooh characters. Love test. Love styles test, popular way of gauging which ways of expressing love resonate with a person the most. This test will give you yours. The anger test. Isn't that just playing Super Meat Boy? Or like Dark Souls? The scientifically validated test, based on the work of Dr. Judith M. Siegel, or Sigel, or whatever, has repeatedly been shown to have a good reliability and validity to account for many facets of complex emotion gender tests. It's scientifically validated based on the... I'm getting bored. Has repeatedly have an astounding high chance of determining your gender. Hogwarts test. August test, but scientific and just a fun test. Achieves. So fucking bored. Love test. Capacity in the love test is an instrument intended to analyze the extent of individual's capacity of love across 6 different domains. The autism. Okay, like all the autism tests. What is the anxiety, stress, depression test? Will give you an indication of your current levels of anxiety, stress, and depression. As measured according to standardized clinical terms. Items. Okay, autism test. The autism spectrum combines several other autism measures into a single instrument intended to analyze autism symptoms across 10 different domains. The political test tests to measure your political opinions according to a non-biased and agenda-free set of questions that is I have an energy drink in the fridge. I will grab that. Everyone's like, that's not healthy for you. I am going to fall asleep. And everyone's like, we'll go to sleep and record the video later. No. Hell, I do playing like the Doom the Dark Ages soundtrack in the background, but I don't know if that's like copyrighted and stuff. So, I'll be back. You guys listen to the sound of nothing. I shouldn't be gone that long. I just have to go down the stairs, get a drink out of my fridge. Ow, I'm sore from work. I'm back. You barely heard from here. Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah. I'm back, everybody. I'm sorry about that. It's just that. What the fuck was I reading? Okay, I think I already did the. Let me open my energy drink so I can actually focus, I guess. It's called Alani, Alani. It's an energy drink. It's 12 fluid ounces. Sherbet swirl. It's got like B vitamins and stuff. How much caffeine's in here? Contains 200 milligrams of caffeine and 0 grams of sugar per can. Okay, let's. Also, energy drinks are not healthy for you guys. You shouldn't drink energy drinks. You should just drink water and juice and milk and do plenty of push-ups and sit-ups. It's not bad, but it's I mean, it's not bad. It's just okay. But yeah, also make sure to sleep at the normal times that you are for your sleep schedule, to keep a normal sleep schedule and not to, like, I don't know, stay up like 4+ hours past your normal bedtime and do random personality test things. That's probably not good for you. Okay, so political test. Dark core test based on the works of researchers. How well can you guys read that over there? Okay, it's actually perfectly lined up. Cool. Yay. Thank you, OBS Chan. Everyone's like, why is OBS the recording software that you have for the what you do? You talk to it like it's a goth anime girl wearing like a black and white plaid skirt. I'm like, just has red ribbons in her hair. I'm like, everyone's like, it's like we're gooning out to a fucking recording software. Based on the work researchers of people test to measure whether it's a dark core personality. Like, I am super evil. Likability tests. I answer this really quick. I'm not likable. I'm awkward, depressed, and I'm ugly as fuck. Heck, I've known since I was like 12 and 13 years old that people are nicer to me when I wear a mask. I mean, I don't really mind how I look, but apparently everyone else thinks I'm ugly as fuck. Heck, I had one of my best friends at one point in the past try to cheer me up. They were like, hey, Lunar, you're actually a really cool guy. Just sucks your face looks like that. I'm like, and he wasn't trying to be mean. He actually thought it would make me feel better. He meant well. So, I'd say the main thing is, my self-esteem isn't low because of what I think of myself, so much as what everyone else on the planet thinks of me, which is apparently that I'm ugly as fuck and that I'm a worthless failure and reject of a human being. But whatever, I get it. Everyone on the world considers me, well, not the best. Garbage might be the better way to put it, but hey, whatever, I'm used to that. You learn to accept reality. As I represent myself as a cute, adorable cat boy on the internet. Ha 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 ha. Based on research that expands on the Ryzen likability scale, the likable person test measures whether you are easy or hard to get along with. Is it Jung type test? Our version of the world's most popular personality test based on the work of Jung, Myers, and oh, it's that IFNJ test, isn't it? Psychopath test based on the work of Associate Professor scientific validated instrument measuring a person's degree of psychopathy or psychopathy, depending on how you want to do it. ASD, we already read that. Alignment, D&D, Kinsey. Give you your heterosexual rating scale known as the Kinsey scale. Attachment test, the way we attach caregivers and parents, pattern handling, research cares, give adult attachment style. Dark triad test, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy are considered to be dark personality traits. People with these traits also perceived to be leader-like, which is not me because I am a terrible leader and I don't like to be a leader of things. This test will measure your dark traits. 8 values test. Values popular test seeks to measure a person's political standpoint according to 8 political values. Another IQ test. Dark traits test. Light dark test. Zodiac test. Borderline spectrum. Other instruments tests and borderline symptoms. Okay, that's Rose Arch test. Is one of the most used psychological views screen whether your thought processes are normal. Left-right test, racism test, intelligence test, based on discerned proclivities across 9 different aptitudes. Gender test, ADHD test, psychopathy test, EQ test, the villain test. Compare personality dictators, terrorists using unique hybrid of Jung's personality theory and scientific Big Five system. Communism test. Whether you agree with the communist doctrines using the classical Marxist definition of communism. Depression test. The Beck depression test, a classical and time-honored instrument in psychology, measuring person's depression. The Potter test. Bipolar test. The potential test. The homophobia test. The depression test. The sexual test. The subculture test. The 4-axis test. The feminism test. The hot crazy test. The how the fuck do you even say that test? Based on no more personal intuition, author's version on psychometric data. The South Park test. Another Potter test. The food test. Why is there a lobster above a hot dog? Social class. Food choices. Sociopath test. IQ test. What the fuck is HSP? And why is there just a large crystal snowflake? Qualifies highly sensitive person. Okay. Fascism test. Okay, robbed meaning due to overuse. Yeah. The word fascism has been robbed of meaning due to overuse in recent years. This test relies on the historically accurate definition to determine how much of a fascist you are. Great. I'm going to take this test and everyone like, we got to cancel Lunar. He's the most fascist person in the world. The multiphasic test. Multiphasic personality scales. I don't even know what. Okay, another IQ test, asexuality test. I'm pretty sure I'm too horny to be asexual. ADHD test. Sort of distinct archetypes, masculine. Parenting test. The neighborhood is an instrument intended to analyze what negative patterns you might be stuck in due to bad parenting. The functions test. At more advanced levels, Jung's theory of personality also deal with the concept of cognitive functions. This test will give you an indication of your cognitive functions. The life trap test. Okay, developed concept life traps. We've seen that word already. Personality types. Narcissism, purity. Gossip girl test. Identity test. Food test. Why is it just a picture of blue cheese? Elevator response to possible contaminants in one's food. What? Morality test. Test measure your moral instincts on 6 foundations and use them to predict your political orientation. Test based on peer-reviewed research from top universities. Borderline test. I'm out of breath test. Taken 3 minutes while retaining good validity. Psychopathy test. Psychopathy symptoms test. Some other measures in a single instrument to analyze. Partner test based on scientific work of social scientists. Predict whether you are male or female based on your qualities seeking a partner. Eating test based on validated test screen signs symptoms of eating disorders. Sexism test, prejudice and stuff. Autism test. There's a lot of autism tests. BMI test, body mass index. Community rule of thumb. Toxic test. I feel like I don't want to. I don't want to focus on the computer screen right now. I just want to lay down and stare at the wall and zone out. The masochism test. The loneliness test. The degree that you feel lonely and socially isolated. With the exception of my mother, I don't even remember what a hug feels like, so whatever. The kitty test. The Hello Kitty test. Just fun. Whether your character in Hello Kitty universe you most closely resemble. Intelligences test. Which ways you are smart. The dumb. Why can't I fucking talk? The dom/sub test. Wife test. Gender test. Sexy 7 test. Oh yeah, but yeah, I was saying earlier, I'm ugly as fuck. Another IQ test, a toxic test, faces test. The Freud style test. The Wojak tests. The Wojaks are a family of memes that are commonly used in internet culture. This will test to determine which Wojak you are. The Avengers test, the partner test, the Gilmore Girls test, the Islam test, the morality test, the anxiety test, narcissism, paranoia, feminist, ADHD, sadism, philosopher, Marvel, conservative color, cultural faces. Faces one. Depression, mental age, psychosis, impurity, Marines. Yeah, Warhammer. Twilight, trauma, Big Five, spirit, avoidant, autism, Hogwarts, husband, self-esteem, BLM, stress, anorexia, IQ, Ian. Okay. Okay. D&D class, autism, transgender, the complexes test. What do you mean by personality complexes? Attachment test. Mindset test. Jealousy, Star Wars, gender, eating, psychopath, masculine, Big Five, asexuality, dissociation, Wednesday, masochism. Oh my god. Libertarian, Barbie, fashion, Game of Thrones, eating, generals, IQ, manipulation, schizoid, Dexter, true, bipolar, dictator, career, Hexaco, empathy, antihero, depression, Sonic, we took that one, black, white, disgust, anxiety, trauma, OCD, music test, values test, ADHD, there's a lot of ADHDs, transphobias, career, morality, succession, borderline, neuro, what the fuck's an F scale? Authoritarian fascist tendencies in general population. Fascism test. Okay, the generation test. The identity test. The masculinity test. The schizotypia. Abuse test. President test. The yawning into the microphone test. Smart BMI. Car, socialism, psychopathy, Kardashians, chaos, Dirty Dozen, EQ, brain test, breakup test. I don't have a relationship, so it's meant for multiple people to take the test. Narcissism, ideologies, OCD, Asperger's, imposter, aggression, Star Trek, Rick and Morty, gender test, PTSD test, privilege test, dependence, brain. Fuck. How many are there? Star Wars, conspiracy. Oh, that's it, Pokemon. Dragon Ball Z. Oreos. I am struggling to stay awake. Maladaptive looks interesting. The Semitism test. To determine how you view Jewish people. The gender test. Its perfection. I'm so fucking tired. A lot of TV show stuff. Why is that Wojak? You know. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of Joe Biden. Like, you ever see like Joe Biden smiling? I can't be bothered to read this stuff out loud anymore. I mean, at least kind of trying to read it. I'm just attention span, just not a thing at the moment. It's a lot of I think we're like halfway through. I'm still reading everything. I'm just a lot of autism tests. Death note. Why is it spiders? The sound of me feeling bored and not wanting to try to pay attention. Like feeling increasingly agitated. So many make it stop. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny, Pokemon. Oh, you're my best friend. In a world we... Oh, another Pokemon test. In a world we must defend. Pokemon. Why does it look like the Rick Roll guy? Ashton something. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We all feed on tragedy. It's like blood to a vampire. Shrek. Okay. What do you test? How do you test Buddhism? The gamer thing looks interesting. A lot of avoidance tests. What the fuck is alexithymia? I don't even know what that is. It doesn't even give me enough context in the description for me to guess. Oh my god. Fuck. 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 Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Make it stop. It's too much. Now I'm not even reading them at all anymore. I'm just sort of like, I see the little iconography going by, but I'm not really reading anything anymore. What do you mean premium tests? What do you mean premium tests? Nope. Okay, cool. Okay, that's a little bit of motion sickness. Okay. We are 40 minutes. Jesus. Okay. We're taking our sip of our not bad tasting, but honestly very awkward. Like it just it's a strong flavor. It's, even though for something that says 0 grams of sugar, it's very overly sweet. And yet it's got like a bite to the taste. Like it's like an aftertaste of Starburst. The candies. Okay. Pony test. No. Okay, autism test. Let's go with that. The autism spectrum inventory tests or traits associated with autism. What is with these ads? I don't like them. Other stuff. Okay. Question 1. I struggle with these ads. I struggle to adapt to unexpected changes in plans. Yeah. Prefer to stick with familiar. Yeah. I am good at remembering specific facts or numbers. Think so. I feel there's a thing on my screen. I feel anxious when my daily routine is disrupted. I sometimes feel overwhelmed by... Yes! There needs to be an agree that's way out here for that. I mean, kinda, but so does everybody. Prefer to focus on one thing at a time rather than... I mean, I prefer to, but I just can't seem to do it. Yeah. Heck, sometimes I say, like, oh, maybe I like a dominant person or like a futa or someone who's like, straightforward with the like. But then it's maybe it's less of someone being dominant so much as it'd be nice if someone's one straightforward and two, actually fucking I don't know liked me as a person as well as in physical appearance. What can I say? I like the feelings of acceptance and praise, and I have a significant lack of any experience of receiving those. Then again, I don't blame everyone else in the world because I can say this. I own a mirror, so I have every reason to have low self-esteem. I can say this. Looking in the mirror, I am definitely not my own type. If I met someone who looked like me, I would have no attraction to them whatsoever. Find it hard to switch between tasks quickly. Yeah. I slight agree. Yeah, I do that a lot. I find it hard to know as I turn to... Kind of. I mean, I think I'm okay. Just sometimes. I take things literally... I mean, I get them sometimes. Yes. Doesn't everyone? Yeah, but that's how emotions work. I mean, that's how being upset works. Everyone else just doesn't seem to... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I become very interested in things. Yeah, I mean, it's worrisome. I tend to fuck everything up. The time. Yes, we're doing these tests, aren't we? I'm only a little more than average people. I find it hard to... I try, but it's a struggle. I notice smells. Yeah, that's a weird thing. Why does no one else notice that shit? Yes, I mean, isn't that everybody? That's just... It's like, do you like ice cream? Yes! I prefer to spend time... I mean, here's the thing. I tend to be a bit of a lonely person, but I'm also a very solitude-seeking person. Like, even if, say if I was in a relationship with somebody that really, really loved me and I really, really loved them, and I really liked them and I felt comfortable and safe with them, I would still want to spend some time by myself. But that's just a me thing. Oh my god, yes. Yes. I mean, who wouldn't? Well, yeah, that's natural. Okay. Obviously, I've noticed I'm a little bit more on this than most people. Like, here's the thing. I don't have any tattoos or piercings. Now, I see nothing wrong with getting those things. Now, granted, I would find it a bit odd if someone has, a lot of them. But again, to each their own. But me, even the idea of ink from a pen being temporarily on my skin bothers me. I don't like jewelry. I don't like wearing hats. I don't like the texture of metal or anything scratchy or hard or pointy. I like soft fabrics. But I don't like metal or any of that stuff. So certain textures are an issue. And sounds and lights. But I mean, it's just, I won't wear jewelry. I don't like the idea of even having someone write on my skin. Even with, like, even if it's something that would be easily wiped off in an instant, I don't like the idea of anything being written on me. Like, it's just like you could put like a little piece of tape on my arm, and I'd be like, very much not okay with that. So, just like I don't wear jewelry, I don't wear hats. Like I just don't like the idea of necklaces or rings or things like that. I mean, thigh highs and fishnets are okay. Everyone's like, too much information. Somewhat. I mean, yes. I mean, I do tend to feel meltdowns and shutdowns quite a bit, but I'm very good at hiding those things. Like, I'll be very, very anxious or panic attack or stressed out by certain things or literally having an internal meltdown or a shutdown. But I'm very good at hiding it and keeping a smile on my face and still continuing to interact and be friendly and sociable and functional in the real world. And like whether it's I need to do a job or I need to be doing something, I can keep myself doing it and keeping a normal, look on my face and have a smile, even if I feel like I can't function, like I need to just sit down or I just want to start screaming. Granted, I don't do that because I'd feel uncomfortable expressing that in front of other people, but also it's just a lot of circumstances that really wouldn't be fair to the people around you. But even then, it just wouldn't be something I'd be comfortable with. But yeah, I'm just saying this. I definitely feel this very strongly sometimes, like almost like, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's much more than the average person, maybe like 20 times a day. But I'm very good at hiding it, and I don't think anybody has any awareness that I feel this way because I don't want them to know. I find it hard to see the big picture working on a task. I'll leave that one neutral. I mean, I'll go with slightly agree, but here's the thing. Like, largely, I feel a lot of times, like 95% of the time, a person's facial expressions are usually that they hate me and think I'm like retarded or something, and that they think I'm disgusting and they want me to die. But that's not so much. Like, I can understand their facial expressions, just that all their facial expressions are they hate me. I sometimes repeat phrases all the fucking time. I'm really seriously worried I might have Alzheimer's. Where's the Alzheimer's test? I get stuck on the idea. Yeah. Just a little. Okay, a lot, but still, that's not that unusual. Yes. Yes. Yeah, hell yes. Of course they do. Okay. So I might be slightly autistic. Just barely. Okay, so this is my autism spectrum inventory. So this is my autism. So your autism traits are very high, 90.63%. So I might have a slight bit of barely noticeable autism. Just a little bit. But I think I'm still normal. ADHD. I mean, that's what we were discussing with attention, sus traits, adults. I'm gonna drink some of this. Do I have some water in this still? Yes, I do. I should drink water. Okay. Stuff. Clinical. Associated. Okay. I jump between. Yes. I neglect to. Unfortunately, I struggle to. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Oh my god, yes. I mean, I mean, that's what energy drinks are for, right? Mm. Hmm. No, I'm pretty good at that. I usually tend to have perfect attendance. Hmm. I sometimes zone out. Oh my god. Yeah. Yes. And that's the thing. The one thing was saying you can't understand people. It's like I feel like I'm very, very, very aware of what other people feel. No, I'm actually very much on time. Yeah, done to everybody. And I set them. It's just the achieving. I mean, sometimes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. All the fucking goddamn time. Heck, sometimes I'll start to forget something and I'll tap myself in the leg to remind myself not to forget the thing that I was about to forget. I am very disorganized. Heck, I have a thing called disorganized speech. Uh, which is technically a trait of like schizophrenia, but I don't have that. Yes, you. Because after all, if you're not doing immediate rewards, then obviously you're a fucking failure. Apparently, by comparison to other people, apparently I'm described as that, but oh yeah, but it's how I feel. Listen. Oh, fuck you. Stop calling me out. I mean, if it's interesting, yes. Yeah. Okay. So here are my ADHD results. As you can see, I might have a slight, barely noticeable amount of ADHD. Your ADHD traits are very high, 91.88%. So, no more than the average person. I am completely normal. Okay. Take the test. You like cock. Like, ah. It's like, I am a man. Oh, right, I have to click next. The past weeks I have as. Okay, next. Okay. Ah, very top right. Neat. It's like you are 100% of all sexuality. Good for you. What was the Minerva test again? My leg is. My hamstring is like sore. Everyone's like, focus on the test thingies. Winnie the Pooh. I have Winnie the Pooh books. Okay. Antagonism. Measures stuff. Okay, let's do it. Jesus, what's this? Okay. I understand. Why did we need a disclaimer? So, I need to change how I'm sitting. My legs are uncomfortable. Ah, my legs. Ow. Okay. Let's see. I mean, I do, but I keep it to myself. So it's not like an outward display. Hmm. My ear itches. Okay. You are very person get along. 11.43. Okay. What was this? Passion? Maybe, I don't know. It's been a really long video already. DSM plus. I want to do Winnie the Pooh. I don't know why I need a disclaimer for Winnie the Pooh. Yes. Always. Yeah, that's God. Okay, Chaos had Noah joke that no one's gonna get. But in general, yes, no, yes. I thought. Okay, I mean, yeah. Ooh, there's 3 segments to do this. Yeah. Yeah, that's normal though. My scalp is itchy. Hold on. Yeah, better. Sorry about that. Head was itchy. Man, I don't fantasize. More like very paranoid, hyper-vigilant thoughts. I just don't like the wording of that. Well, that's just common sense. Well, I still tried to answer. Yeah, I mean, it's trigger for guidance. You're tied between multiple characters. Okay. There's multiple love tests. Love styles, capacity to love. I don't know. Well, we'll see what the difference is. Okay, love styles framework is popular. I gotta readjust how I'm sitting again. Take a drink. My very Starburst flavored stuff. What's it called again? Sherbet swirl. I don't know why certain things in my vision are kind of blurry, but hey, the computer screen still looks fucking clear, so good for us. Love style framework, popular tool, exploring person expressions. Okay. Focus. The love styles framework is a popular tool for exploring how a person expresses love and likes to be treated in relationships. This test will measure yours. What are your love styles? For each following statements indicate how well it applies to you. This seems like just a to-do list of healthy things for a relationship. I mean, on the one hand, that'd be nice. On the other hand, a lot of times I feel like I'd rather just stay home. Heck, that was one thing. Like, since I don't have to go to work tonight or anything, for a few days, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should go somewhere. And I'm like, no. I just wanted to stay home. Probably should be sleeping, but hey. I mean, yeah, we'd appreciate that, but I've always been the only person working ever. Most of my life has been alone, so I love hugs. I mean, that's nice. I mean, yeah, I definitely would appreciate that, but I don't expect it. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it'd be nice for people to verbalize nice things that they feel about me. I mean, as long as it's positive. Well, yeah, everyone loves hand-holding, right? I would very much like that. I would very much like that, but also I understand how, well, defiant of reality that statement is. This is just a long list of all the ways in which it's like you will never be happy, Lunar. Like, ah. It's like you want to be loved this much, but that will never happen. Ha 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 ha. Well, yeah, cuddling is awesome. I mean, not that I would expect that, but I would definitely be nice. Okay. You're tied and everything because you answered yes to all of the things that sound awesome. Okay, I mean, how do I answer this question being single? Because this is actually, I mean, if the question is, would I like to feel safe? Like, that's something I definitely highly value, but one, I have nobody, and then, well, I've been in relationships where I felt very, very unsafe, so I don't understand. I'm gonna go if it's I'd want to feel safe, it matters to me. Well, yes. I mean, any romantic relationship needs lots and lots of sex, as well as wholesome affection. Like, you not only need verbal affection, but you also need physical intimacy that's both sex as well as physical affection that's just wholesome stuff that's being affectionate and lovey dovey. But that's absolutely necessary. I mean, it's not that hard. You just cuddle and have sex. Nope. I mean, as long as the person's still actually a good person that's actually nice to me. Nope, not bored. Mm. Again, this is another one of those very awkward statements that it's like, well, I mean, I've been in relationships where it's been very bad, but the question is, I think it's asking what I want. So, I behave like an overly affectionate hyper puppy. Double check OBS. Appears to be fine. No idea what the anger test would be. Uh, Person's anger, but physical health, stress responses. Yeah, I mean, I tend to have mental shutdowns, like withdrawals, meltdowns, and stuff, but I tend to hide them so no one knows. Hmm. My arm is itchy. So hard to get comfortable. Okay. Because then we have explanations. Okay, so the red ones are me, and yellow is the average population. So, on all but one of them, I'm higher than the average person, but on the one that I don't have, apparently that's a thing. The external anger is a thing that just doesn't register. So I have all these things. Like my internal anger is the highest of all, so I generally tend to be an much more angry person than the average person, and above all, most of my expression of that anger is internalized inside my own head, and I tend to have zero expression of my anger outside, verbally or physically, to other people. So I'm as angry as fuck, but nobody would ever fucking know. Anger arousal denotes the frequency, magnitude, and duration of a person's angry responses. People who score high on anger arousal are quick to escalate from the normal state to a state of anger. Their anger usually has an effective charge, and they may experience their own anger or bodily sensations that accompany overwhelm. And we were pretty high on that one too. Anger spectrum, scope, and breadth of situations are likely to trigger an angry response. Hostile outlook. People score hostile views. Cynical, suspicious, mistrustful, ill intentions to others, often assume that others are lying or do not have best interests at heart. Hostile outlook. External anger. First shows a person's ability to take anger out on their surroundings. So that's the thing I don't have. Everything else is like maxed out. This is what I have like none of. Like I have like so far below the average that it's zero. So, external anger refers to a person's tendency to take their anger out on their surroundings because this type of anger is so evident to others. People who score high in external anger are usually known for their temper. Their propensity to vent their anger externally may cause others to submit and accommodate them, but on the other hand, it may also cause people to withdraw from them and keep them at a distance. Yet this is the trait I have zero in, so external anger just does not exist. Though my internal anger was absolutely through the roof, and the anger arousal was pretty much up there. Okay. So I'm very good at just being easily upset and yelling at myself and being distrustful of everyone else and being agitated a lot of things. But I don't express it at all. So I'm super fucking pissed, but no one would ever fucking know. Another autism test, but I don't know if I want to do that now. This 10 different domains. Should I take a second autism test? I don't know. Okay. Hmm. I mean, yes, but I also suppress those so no one would even know. I just. I feel the very strong need to, but it's usually just internalized yelling at myself. I feel that's normal. Yes, I'm not a good athlete. Yes. I mean, I like listening to thunder, but not, up close. I like my home. Hmm. Yeah, I'd rather do it myself. Yeah. Why would I not? Okay, so this is. By the way, you guys, feel free to take these tests yourself and let me know how you do. Okay. Hmm. I know I really just was like neutral on literally every question there, but it's just how I felt. Can't say I really felt strong one way or the other about any of that stuff they asked me. Anxiety, stress, depression test. I actually had to, I think it was about like maybe 11 years ago. Went to see a doctor about that. Apparently, my stomach sometimes does a little bit of a sort of like herniation thing to where like part of my stomach goes up into my esophagus slightly. So it can make that bit of an issue. It's not a serious issue, but I think I was also starting to have ulcers back then too at that time. Well, yeah, I mean, that's just every day, though. Maybe I need to drink more Red Bull. I wake up a lot. Take a sip of our energy drink. I think this looks like the other test. What's this? Why are we comparing this to like presidents? Okay, so the axis is, am I avoidant or engaging, relaxed, or on edge? So I tend to be an avoidant and on edge person. Don't really know what that means. Okay, so we're avoidant on edge. Okay, so there's a secure person. There's an ambivalent person. There's a dismissive person. And we are a mistrusting person. Individuals of this quadrant share the dismissive type's misgivings about others, but have not developed armor or coolness and self-sufficiency that allows dismissive types to live out attachment and bonding. Consequently, mistrustful types recognize in themselves a need for intimacy and close relations with others, but as soon as they start to get close to others, they also feel they have mixed feelings about the whole ordeal and start fantasizing about breaking off because they want their space again. In short, they are neither at ease in solitude nor when it comes close to others. Because of their simultaneous need for and mistrust of intimacy, mistrusting types have had to spend their lives learning how to skillfully handle other people, continually maneuvering as to keep others close and available, yet they're at the same time out powerless, harmless mistrust. High-achieving, competent adults, but inside they tend to suffer periodic bouts of low self-esteem, plagued by a sense of hollowness, and the core protecting themselves against disappointment. I feel like I'm ready to pass out. But I want to do more of this stuff. My hand. I feel like I have restless legs and restless arms at the moment. Like I need to go to bed, but I also feel like I need to, get up and move around. But I'm tired, but I want to move, and it's. Let's adjust the screen. Okay. Take a sip of the drink. I'm basically going to drink this energy drink now and do this test and then go to sleep after finishing. Okay. Okay. 50. Oh, so many. mean, I tend to feel that way, but I don't break my fucking shit. But they're not innocent remarks. Keep having to readjust how I'm sitting. My eye is G. Take a lower eyelid. That's oh. Can I scroll down? Yeah. So, wasn't just me. Damn it, I'm just trying to scroll down. Ha! Yay! Healthy and well balanced. Yay. My legs itchy. Okay. Well, I mean less than. I mean, I'm sleeping better. More than I used to. I mean, it's always been. The appetite's okay. Don't think so. Yeah, I'll get a second opinion. Let's scroll to the bottom. We'll work our way back up. Feeling tired and bored. Street Fighter. Um, 'Let's see if I can try to get comfortable. If I can lay like, maybe I'll sit like this. 60 questions. I don't care enough anymore. Bored. No. I just tired. I want to go to bed. What the fuck is this? What is this about? My ear itches. Dinosaurs. Okay, what's this about? What do you mean by herbivore mac and cheese? But yeah, sure, it's good, I guess. so tired. Oh no. I don't know if I took this one. I think I took that one already. Okay. At least that's good. Keeps track of that. Just 104 questions. For fuck's sakes. I'm just so tired. Bored. I am. Okay. What the fuck? It's like just basic fucking hygiene questions. I'm okay with blue cheese. I like sushi, but nothing raw. I've actually accidentally chewed on a snail in a salad. It was fucking gross and disgusting as fuck. And I felt very grossed out by it. No, salad needs to be crispy. Yeah, I have basic fucking hygiene when it comes to food. I'm tired, and yet my left leg, I need it to move. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. It's what's the best she's messing around. How does that even? What kind of questions you ask? I need to go to bed. I'm really tired. So, I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I'm just tired.